Good morning, good afternoon and good evening. It's Lee from Magnetic North Adventures, and today got something a bit special. It's not going to be a bottle dig, it's not going to be a mudlark, it's going to be another history tour guided walk type feature. Today I'm in Derbyshire and I'm going up to an ancient hill fort, late Bronze Age, early Iron Age, and it's got over 3,000 years of history in the area. Pretty amazing, lots of war history, and I'm going to be joined with Damien today. He's going to come up with me. He loves this sort of stuff as well. Here we are, here's Damien.
Morning.
There we go folks, so we're going to set off and our destination is up there, so I'll be back with you as we start the journey. This here is an ancient feature that is known as Toad's Mouth. Just there. And it's got all old carvings on it, names and that. And this is a site that was famous in World War II. Military training area. And got Damien there with me.
Morning.
And yeah, we're just going to have a walk around, do a bit of a tour in rural Derbyshire. And all this area here was military training, World War II. And we're going to take this path up here. It's quite a hard path to take, but we're going to do it. And we're going to go on, and I'm going to show you an area that was another Iron Age hill fort. So we're kind of doing a tour of Iron Age Roman structures which are over 1800 years of age. So you've got all these boulders, you've got names and things carved into them. There we are, we've got that one there. But all these rocks, they'll all have carvings and things on. As I say, this were where all the Canadians, the Polish, the Americans were, and the British. And all that landscape around there. Right, I'll be back with you shortly. So we've got this beautiful valley here in Derbyshire. And all that area over there was used for 2-inch and 3-inch mortar practice, and that was used 1942 to 1944. When you see the rocks on the landscape, these were used as targets, and some of them have impact marks of shrapnel blast from rockets, bazookas and mortar bombs. Some were using grenades up here as well. But it's a hidden history of Derbyshire that not many people know about, or not many people remember. You've got features like this built round. This is a potential cairn, prehistoric, so that's about 3,000, maybe 4,000 years. But that there in front of us, that is a site known as Carlwark Hill Fort, an ancient earthwork used by the native Iron Age people of Britain for defence, and there was also using it for cattle storage to stop theft from neighbouring tribes and natives in the area. You've got natural water sources just down there, and this would have been a prime area for hunting as well. So back in those days, there would have certainly still been wolves around. There was wild boar, wild horses, and lots of game fowl as well. And later on it's said that the Romans came through this area, and they would have done, because not far away from us we've got a site which is a Roman fort, and that was from the 1st century AD. And at that fort there's been pottery, and it is listed as a Roman wooden fort. But this site, unfortunately, there's not too much documented. So we know it's Iron Age. There was potential of Bronze Age in the area as well. So the Bronze Age is pushing us back before 750 BC. And then we've got this ridge here. This would have been an old route that people would have took. And you've got the actual fort itself up there. It is a very popular climbing area, but we're going onto the moorland where it's known that there's ancient burial cairns, and that's a pile of rocks, and underneath it you've got a burial, cremations, things like that. And people have found prehistoric flints up here and metal tools in the past. But all around here, World War II, all this area, as far as you can see, this was very active in World War II for training areas, leading up to the D-Day invasions of France 1944. So as you can see, this is a well walked path. If you was to cut across, that's bogland and marsh, and I made the mistake once of trying to cut across that, and I ended up sinking up to my waist. So you know what, I'm a bit wiser now. I'll just take my time, go around it. That's the area we just walked from down there. We're going to take the final ascent up onto the actual fort now. So I'll get up here and I'll show you what's left of the fort in a minute. So we're on the very corner, and over that way on the far horizon there was a Roman fort over that way. All this area as well that you see, again, it was all used in World War II training. I dare say if you went to look at all those boulders in the distance, there'll be battle scars on those as well. And here you've got a triangle feature just here. Damien's actually stood in it. It's possible that there was a watchtower. We don't know really, there's not a lot of evidence, but I'm just going off things that I've been told and things I've read. So this here is the top end of the fort, and it's possible that there was grain stores up here as well, again in the ancient times. And there's definitely evidence that there's been millstones made up here from this gritstone material, which is a very hard stone and perfect for grinding. So if you look across here, this is the edge of the fort. So we're now going up the final bit. Here we are. This is on the very tip of the fort, and comes up here. You can see the earthwork embankments over that way, and we'll show you onto the tops as well. But it's such a beautiful area. Even if you don't know any history and you just come out for a nice walk, wow, really is nice. So this area here, this is known as the gateway, and got natural boulders and a protected area. So if the Romans did come here, as I say, it's not written in stone if there's any evidence, but they would have come through here. And now you are officially inside the site of the fort. Now, just of note, that over there, Higator, look how steep that footpath is going up the side of that. That would be a prime place to have a beacon to alert anybody coming into the area, or to let people know that was people leaving the area. Now, all around here there has been prehistoric finds, as I said, pottery, tools, axes, things like that. But archaeological excavation and records is somewhat limited, so we basically have to go off what we've been told, what we've seen, what we've read, make our own story for a place. But if you know a tiny bit about it, you can appreciate what this actual area was. Now, this is inside. That would be looking down to where all the troop training was based. And then we've got this feature here I wanted to show you all. Just here. That's all carved out, the natural stone as a trough. So as you can see, that's beautifully carved. That's ancient. We're not sure how old it is, but it certainly dates pre-1600. And it's an area like this that they could have used for washing things in, and even for storage of other things, grains and things like that. And just up here I've seen there's something new built that I've not seen before. And yes, there we go. Hill fort of the type constructed in the Iron Age, 2000 to 2500 years ago. So a really long time ago. That would actually put you into the Bronze Age. It may have been refortified at the end of the Roman period, so around 300 AD. Natural plateau with an area of about 2 acres was defended on the north and south side by walls of gritstone boulders. Those are some that you saw me come through earlier on. Earth rampart 20 feet wide at the base and faced with a stone wall defines the west side, which is down here. The original entrance lies on the southwest corner where the defensive wall turns inwards. So there we go. And we've got a notice there: anyone causing malice, damage or defaces the monument will be liable and fined to a maximum of £100 or be sentenced to a term of imprisonment. Quite rightly so. So if I bring you up here, you've got this area here. That would have been a natural shelter just under there. And all this up here. Beautiful. So this is looking from the hill fort, down, you see where these holes are in the rocks. Those are mortar blast scars, again from World War II. You've got that feature just down here, and then just here it looks like what was, if I zoom you out you can see it better, just there you've got what looked like was a building, a feature or a grain store. So that's interesting. So that footpath comes up, defended walls all around here. Just here you've got this ravine coming in, and this would have been the ancient entrance to the fort. That one down there now I've discovered would be an exit to the fort or another entry, but this is the size of the fort. And then down at the bottom there you've got a little promontory of land just there, which I'll zoom you into so you can see, just here. And that this is all waste stone from the site, and again that would have been potentially used as a lookout post or where animals would have been kept. Really interesting. So that's what we've got there. Let's take you on a bit further. So this is on the almost outer part of the other side of the fort. As I say, the only concrete evidence is that it was a fort. We don't know much else. We know that there was Romans potentially up here, and that this valley has been worked for hundreds and hundreds of years. There's something of note that I wanted to show you all. Just down there, we've got very ancient, again undefined how old exactly, 2 finished quern wheels. These would have been used for grinding corn in an old mill, and there's a few of those up here, but those would have been taken all the way down along onto that pathway over there and all the way back down to the road down there. And it's known that road is very old as well. But then we've actually got boulders like this just on top, perched on just a very small rock underneath. I'm going to step back because it is rather windy, and I don't want an accident. But here as well you've got more shrapnel marks just here and just here. They could well be bullet impacts or actual shrapnel. Some of it could be weathering, but again all this area was definitely used. So if I move around to this edge, you can actually see there's 3 in a row now, just there. 1, 2 and 1 on other side, 3. So those are very ancient mill quern stones. And then you've got this beautiful little area, a natural seated area, looking over that valley. That is well sheltered. So again, in World War II this could have been used as a lookout post for people looking for the aircraft coming towards Sheffield or Manchester and across to Liverpool. And it has been said that there has been bullets found in the beck at the bottom. Hey up.
Hey up, how you doing?
Alright. So this area here inside the fort This is all peppered as well. Again, potential shrapnel. But look at them views. Absolutely amazing. And then we've got another one there. They can't all be wear, folks. Some of these could be machine gun bullets and shrapnel from grenades and mortars. That rock's definitely peppered a lot, all at the base. So if they're dropping in onto this zone, that's exactly where they'd explode. And then these rocks as well, you can see the indentations and impacts. So let's face it, ancient or not, this was a prime area for training, and you've got a natural target here with all this here. So absolutely amazing. And just here between the rocks you've got another, you can't really see, but this hole would be a sheltered area. Again, I can imagine soldiers using that for defence. This down here again, it looks like Wensleydale cheese. It's peppered, damaged, but it's impressive. And there's basically 2,000 years of military technology and history up in this valley. So we're going to go down the side of the hill fort now, and I'll pick you back up once we're at the bottom. So that's coming down from the hill fort, and this is the final route back down. So we're just going to have a nice steady walk down. We're nice and safe. So that's what we're going to do. We might even go and have a quick look at that stream at the bottom.
Magnetic North Adventures, where the treasure calls our name. Through the forests and the waters, we'll never be the same.
And there we are at the very bottom of the hill fort again. So beautiful. Right then folks, just a shorter video today. Well, I think it were. I hope you enjoyed that particular adventure, and now we're back at the bottom safe, and done a walk around, gave my interpretation of the site. It might not be the true interpretation, but it is an interpretation, a story, and as the sign says, there was evidence of Iron Age and well, certainly Bronze Age. The date's wrong on that one, and later Roman. So it's highly likely that Romans were marching through this valley throughout their empire of 64 AD all the way through to about 400 AD in this area, and the Roman invasions were around about 42-43 AD. So a lot of history, a lot of power, and then all the military history from World War II as well. Most likely in World War I they'd have been training up here as well. Such a vast open area you could. But don't forget to like, subscribe and comment. It's bye from me, Lee, at Magnetic North Adventures around here.
Bye.
It's bye from Damien. See ya folks.
Magnetic North Adventures, where the treasure calls our name. Through the forests and the waters, we'll never be the same. With every find we're cleaning, leaving nothing but the earth. Magnetic North Adventures, discovering our world.